First forecast brought to you by Store It at Home, rent-to-own portable buildings. Last week I told you that we might see a better chance of rain this week. Well, that's definitely going to be the case. More tropical moisture making it a little bit further west, and we might even have some tropic updates to talk about, maybe even potentially a named storm in the Gulf of Mexico. But looking out there over the next couple of days, what to expect? Well, we'll have sunshine around in the morning, then thunder showers around in the afternoon. This will continue as we go throughout this week. It's going to be very humid. It's going to be warm, but there is a much better chance of rain sticking around for the afternoon hours. And of course, overnight tonight, the humidity kicking in once again, only going to drop to around 69 degrees. Patchy clouds out there. The rain around the area should die out as we have lost the heating of the day. So no more rain to worry about overnight tonight, but as we go through the next couple of days, we'll be talking about that as well as the tropics and much more, all coming up in just a few minutes. Your ABC 31 News starts now.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Police in Pineville are investigating after a traffic stop ends with a suspect dead. Earlier today, a suspect shot at police in the Hunter Street area of Pineville. Police say it began with a traffic stop, and they say the suspect fired multiple rounds at an officer, but that officer did escape injury. Police say they then pursued the suspect instead of initially returning fire.
And one of our officers conducted a traffic stop on the service road in front of Zion Hill Church. While he was conducting the traffic stop, a passenger exited the vehicle and began firing at the two officers on the traffic stop. One officer gave chase. He lost sight of the subject behind Sanders Street in a wooded area. Shortly thereafter, we received a phone call that someone was injured in the backyard of a residence. We went to that area and discovered the male person that was involved in the traffic stop and the shooting was deceased in the backyard from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound.
That scene is now clear and the suspect has not been identified at this time. We'll update you as new information becomes available. Our other big story tonight, we are remembering LSU Tigers greats Billy Cannon, who died yesterday at the age of 80. Zach Seminar is here with more on that.
Yeah, it's really a sad day, not only in the city of Baton Rouge, the entire state of Louisiana. As a lot of people are mourning the death of Cannon, who died peacefully in his home on Sunday morning. Cannon was a Baton Rouge native and the winner of the 1959 Heisman Trophy, a truly feared halfback that led the Tigers to the 1958 National Championship. Cannon was later inducted into the LSU Athletic Hall of Fame in 1975. Later, the College Football Hall of Fame in 2008. Cannon, who sported the number 20 uniform, had his most memorable performance in his senior season against the then third-ranked Ole Miss Rebels. Cannon fielded a punt, broke 7 tackles on his way to return for a touchdown, would eventually win the game 7-3. In his career, he ran for over 1,800 yards, 24 touchdowns, also caught 31 more passes, 522 yards and 2 scores. Former Tigers like Darius Geis, Charles Alexander also took to Twitter today to offer their condolences to Cannon and his family. And Scott, I know I can speak for you, myself, and everybody here at KLAX that we want to extend our condolences to his family and him, of course, at this very difficult time.
Yeah, and I think just about everyone out there who's a Tigers fan is probably thinking of his family and friends tonight.
Yeah, we have a little bit more as well coming up in sports about his visitation, so make sure you stay tuned for that coming up here in maybe about 15 minutes or so.
All right, thank you, Zach. Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards will depart from tradition tomorrow afternoon and deliver his message to the special session from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. The special session has been called to fix the so-called fiscal cliff, which leaves Louisiana higher education and health care with a funding shortfall. It's because a sales tax is set to expire. That speech is set for 1 p.m. And as that special session is set to begin, many may be wondering how health care could be impacted. ABC 31's Joanna Phillips has a story.
Hospitals are one of the largest employers in the central Louisiana region. The day before another special session begins in Baton Rouge to once again work on fixing Louisiana's budget shortfall, CEOs from both Cabrini and Rapides spoke at the North Rapides Business and Industry Alliance monthly meeting. A big topic with this upcoming session is not only the overall budget, but health care.
I'm going to talk about what is different about the Central Louisiana Partnership, what makes it most problematic and today, and let the business community understand then the ramifications of us not getting funded. Now, as you know, the legislature has gone back into, or will go into special session on Tuesday, and I'm hopeful that they're going to come to their senses and write a budget that really cares for these underserved individuals.
Clinics through Rapides Regional Medical Center and Christus St. Francis Cabrini Hospital employ over 400 individuals and treat patients from 13 parishes. And the combined clinics had over 200,000 outpatient encounters in 2017. Just last week, Governor John Bell Edwards visited Alexandria and these clinics to prepare for the session.
It was great that he was there visiting the clinics so he could see for himself and how the clinics have been set up both in Alexandria and Pineville with Rapides and Cabrini clinics, and he is very impressed. He is very impressed with the facilities, very impressed with the staff of the clinics that have been open, very impressed with talking to patients.
We were very pleased that the governor came. It was a very show of support for us, but also he really learned what we're doing in Central Louisiana.
Edwards wants to replace some of the $1 billion worth of state taxes that are expiring on June 30th to avoid dramatic cuts to health care.
This is really about life or death. We need to get it done. I'm optimistic that we can and that we will, but I'm not naive because they've rejected for 2 sessions now anything that would fix the cliff. Simply
put, the clock is running out. The special session begins tomorrow, May 22nd. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
A request from a death row inmate to have his case thrown out is expected to be considered by a state district judge later this week. Today, a jury consultant testified that one of the original jurors in Darrell Robinson's trial was surprised when he got death, saying she voted for a life sentence instead. However, the prosecution suggested the consultant, working for the defense, may have crossed a legal line by talking to the jurors after the fact. The case happened more than 2 decades ago in the Poland community, where investigators found a family of 4, including an infant, murdered. The attorneys for the 49-year-old have suggested he didn't get a fair trial, and also there was another suspect who should have been investigated. A state policeman from Troop E in our area is honored for life-saving and for meritorious service. He is Trooper First Class Mark O'Brien, seen here in the middle, receiving his award in Baton Rouge. Go Red for Women is a national campaign to promote women's heart health, and coming up soon is the annual Go Red for Women luncheon in Central Louisiana.
Go Red for Women is a national campaign, and it's really focused on targeting women who often, through the busyness of their lives as leaders of the community and leaders of their family, ignore their health. And so it's bringing their risks to the forefront and encouraging them to know their numbers, know their cholesterol and blood pressure and how important it is and how they can make decisions that will not only affect their family, but their community around them. There's going to be booths, giveaways, games. There's going to be an amazing silent auction. We're having all kinds of interactive activities. There'll be refreshments, and then they'll move into the luncheon portion, which will have fantastic speakers.
The Go Red for Women luncheon will be on May the 24th. You can visit senlagored.heart.org for tickets and more information. The Tunica Biloxi Powwow brought Native Americans from around the world to Marksville on Saturday and celebrated music and dance throughout the day. Vendors were also there, selling items like handmade tools and art.
What I enjoy the most is the fellowship. Powwows, you meet people, you make friends, and sometimes you only get to see those friends once a year. And a lot of family members, a lot of tribal members that live far away, sometimes they only can come here about once a year. And so to be able to reunite and rekindle friendships and relationships and get to see family is something that's very important to our community.
The event took place outside this year, and the public was invited to attend. That wrapped up yesterday. 6 students from the Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts in Natchitoches were named to the school's Hall of Fame. One of those 6 is an Alexandria native.
My experience at this school has been one that I can't even express into words. I've been here for 3 years. I came in as a sophomore, and it's just left its mark on me. I can't even explain it with the time we have here, but it's really meant a lot to me.
What was your reaction when you were named to the school's Hall of Fame?
Well, to keep up with the modern times, I was properly shook. I was not expecting this at all, and it means a lot to me that they picked me.
What are your plans for college and a career?
Well, I plan to go attend the University of California at Los Angeles to study business economics.
The Louisiana School for Math, Science, and the Arts is a publicly supported statewide residential high school for gifted students. Those 6 students named to the Hall of Fame are part of a graduating class of 112. Congratulations to them all.
Get It Growing with Dan Gill, Thursdays on ABC31 News. Brought to you by Bayou Robert Co-op, serving farmers and ranchers since 1961.
Only one doctor brings health right to your home. Every day is a new chance for change, and everyone can start right now.
Make an appointment with Dr. Oz. Check in for your daily checkup.
Not as much uniform heat across the state today as what we had last week, and that's large in part thanks to cloud cover and rain showers. Where you see the lighter colors here, the greens, the yellows, that's where it was cooler today, thankfully, thanks to really the rain showers around the area and thunderstorms. We did here, unfortunately, see mainly sun, so we got all the way up to 91. Our dew points are way up there as well, so it feels even worse than what our actual surface temperatures will look like. And the reason why, well, surface map showing plenty of rain showers and thunderstorms across the southeast. And you notice the best way to describe this is spotty thunderstorms. We got plenty of moisture around at the surface with dew points in the upper 60s to near 70, and that allows for basically the heating of the day to lift that moisture up and get thunderstorms going, and then they kind of just fuel other thunderstorms. They die out, other thunderstorms go up, and that's exactly what we'll have out there all across the southeast over the next several days. And well off to the west here, we're looking at very warm temperatures to go along with it. Add into the dew points, we're going to be about 91 by 2 o'clock tomorrow. It'll feel more like 102. Then we'll hold on to the upper 90s as far as it feels like out there. But showers and thunderstorms could be expected to form anytime after noon tomorrow. And all the way through the evening hours, yeah, there might be a chance of seeing at least a shower, a heavy downpour, or a thunderstorm over really the next 24, 48 hours. As we look at future radar here, you notice it's kind of spotty, hit and miss. Better activity is off to our west by tomorrow afternoon, and then again off to the east. And as we go through the overnight hours tomorrow, we see it die back down once again, and then see those shower activities pop up once more. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, I talked about the tropics. There's a potential that this thing could organize. Most likely, we're just going to see showers and thunderstorms with enhanced moisture moving in our direction with a low pressure system. But if this thing does end up in the northwest Gulf of Mexico, the water temperature is warm enough out there, thanks to all the heat we've had recently, that this thing could start to organize as it approaches the shoreline. So it may get a name, may even be a tropical storm. Either way, it's going to bring a lot of moisture and a lot of rain across the southeast. So over the next 7 days, we hold on to the heat, but we hold on to at least a chance of rain, really, for the next 7 days. And, of course, watching the tropics closely in the Gulf of Mexico for potential development on that storm.
When temperatures rise, some don't always have the luxury of turning on a thermostat. That's why KLAX TV and area businesses have teamed up to form the Spring Fan Drive for the elderly. You can help by dropping off a fan at a location near you. Fans will be collected and distributed by each parish's Council on Aging provider. Remember, keeping cool isn't something that comes easy for everyone. Help us to bring some relief from the summer heat to those less fortunate.
Good evening and welcome back to KLAX ABC31 Sports. I'm Zach Seminar. Over the weekend, the NSU Demon baseball team took 2 of 3 from the University of New Orleans to close out their season and earn the number 3 seed in this week's Southland Conference tournament. The Demons were peppered with love from the Southland Conference today as 3 Demons were recognized, including first baseman Devin Fry, who becomes the first Demon to earn Southland Conference Player of the Year honors since 2005. Now, he's the first Demon to do that since 2005. Junior right-hander Jerry Maddox named the newcomer of the year in the conference, and Bobby Barbier named the Clay Gold Coach of the Year.
Thanks for watching.
When it comes to cleaning up the streets of Boston,
this is who I am. This is what I do. Now get me in there. He did it, and I know where the proof is.
it's ladies first. Rizzoli and Isles.
Weekends at 11 on KLAX TV.
To catch a killer, you gather the evidence
There's blood on the screen.
and build a picture-perfect case.
What if you stabbed her 12 times?
Hold on, there, FBI.
Bones Weekends.
Weekends on KLAX TV.